"You're not getting away that easy," he said under his breath. "You tasted too sweet for me to forget." Chapter 4, Like a cockroach I can't kill. Ayan tried to pretend it never happened. He threw himself into his daily routine like a robot: classes, assignments, chores, everything to avoid thinking about Rael. He told himself it was just one night, a mistake, a drunken hallucination, until, "Here's your iced Americano, sir," said the cafe barista with a nervous smile. "Paid by the gentleman over there." Ayan looked up, and nearly dropped his cup. There he was, Rael, leaning against a black Rolls-Royce outside the window, dressed in a three-piece suit like he just walked out of a magazine cover. He gave Ayan a small two-finger wave, and mouthed, "Miss me." Ayan bolted out of the cafe. Rael followed. At the library, Ayan thought he was safe, until a familiar cologne hit his nose. He turned around and saw Rael sitting 2 tables behind him, fake reading a book titled, How to Seduce a Virgin. "What are you doing here?" Ayan hissed. Rael flipped a page dramatically. "Research." "Go away." "I can't," Rael said, lips twitching. "You took something from me that night." "I took nothing." "My heart," Rael deadpanned, then winked, "and maybe a few other things." Ayan fled again. At the cinema, Rael was there. At the supermarket, Rael was there, in the frozen food aisle, pretending to compare brands of dumplings. At college, Ayan opened his locker to find a note, greater than, "Wanna kiss me again? I'll let you climb me for free this time. Your favorite pillow, Rael, asterisk." Ayan nearly exploded. "This man is worse than a cockroach," he shouted to his best friend. "No matter how much I try, I can't get rid of him." But deep down, the worst part wasn't Rael stalking him. It was his own traitorous heart fluttering every time Rael appeared. Even when he was annoyed, even when he swore to forget, even when he knew Rael was dangerous. He still remembered that night, those eyes looking at him, like he was the only one in the world. And that kiss. God, that kiss. But none of this mattered, because Ayan still loved someone else, someone he could never have, someone who shattered his heart just by holding someone else's hand. Chapter 5, Who Were You Really Kissing? Ayan slammed his locker shut, ready to scream. It had been a full week since that night, and yet Rael was still haunting him like a damn poltergeist in a tailored suit. Everywhere he went, Rael popped up with that smug face, as if this were some twisted romantic comedy, and not a complete emotional crisis. He stormed down the hall, ignoring everyone, ignoring the ache in his chest that refused to go away. But as soon as he stepped out into the quiet courtyard, "There you are, sweetheart." Ayan flinched. Leaning against a stone pillar like a Greek god on vacation was him. Rael, casual but lethal, in an open black shirt, 2 buttons undone, aviators hanging from his front pocket like he was born to seduce trouble. Ayan spun around to leave, but Rael stepped in front of him in one smooth move. "You've been avoiding me." His voice wasn't teasing this time. "I'm starting to take it personally." "Good," Ayan snapped. "Take it personally, and go away." Rael studied him for a long second. His smile faltered. "You thought I was someone else that night," he said quietly. Ayan froze. "Don't worry, I'm not mad," Rael added, his usual arrogance creeping back in. "Confessing your undying love while dry humping me in a hotel bathroom. Bold. But what I do want to know is..." He leaned closer, eyes locking with Ayan's. "Who was it? The person you thought I was?" Ayan's throat dried. He looked away, heart hammering. "It doesn't matter." Rael tilted his head. "Does to me?" Ayan stepped back. "It was just a mistake. I drank too much. I got confused, that's all." "You weren't confused when you cried in my arms," Rael said, voice lower. "You weren't confused when you said you'd loved him for 4 years." Ayan's fists clenched. "That wasn't meant for you." "Clearly," Rael said flatly. "But I'm the one who heard it. I'm the one who touched you, held you, kissed you. So forgive me for feeling a little curious." There it was again, Rael's smile. Flirty, lazy, but something sharp hiding beneath it now. Like he wasn't just playing anymore. Ayan swallowed hard. "Why do you care? You sleep around like changing socks." "I was just another one-night mistake to you." Rael's eyes flickered. "Maybe I don't want it to be a mistake," he said. Ayan blinked. "Maybe I liked the way you looked at me," Rael added, stepping closer. "Like I was someone you trusted, someone you needed, someone you wanted." His voice turned teasing. "And maybe I'm possessive, when someone touches me like that, then acts like I'm garbage, the next morning." Ayan's cheeks burned. I never said." "Don't pretend you didn't feel anything," Rael cut in, his voice rough now. "I might be a bastard, but I know when someone touches me like that, it's real." "You weren't pretending." Ayan's eyes watered before he could stop it. He turned his head, ashamed. Rael exhaled sharply, softening just slightly.
"I won't ask you to tell me who it was," he said, quieter now. "But stop pretending that night didn't mean something." "It didn't," Ayan said shakily, lying through his teeth. "It was a dream. A stupid, desperate mistake." Rael stared at him for a long beat. Then, "Okay," he said simply. "Let's say it was a dream. He stepped closer. So let me give you another one. Ayan looked up, confused. Rael's hand came up and gently cupped his cheek. No crying. No heartbreak. Just you and me. Awake this time. Ayan's lips parted, eyes wide. I can make you forget him, Rael said, so close now their breaths touched. Just say the word. Ayan didn't move. Couldn't speak. His heart was slamming against his chest. He hated him. He hated how good this man smelled. How safe he'd felt in those arms that night. How gently those strong hands had held him. How badly his heart wanted to trust again even when his mind screamed don't. Rael leaned in. Slowly. Patiently. Tell me to stop, he whispered. But Ayan didn't say anything. Rael's lips hovered just a breath from his. Tell me this is still a mistake. Still, Ayan didn't speak. Then, his phone buzzed. Rayan. The name flashed on screen like a cruel slap to the face. Ayan's expression shattered. He stepped back abruptly, breaking all contact. I can't, he said, voice cracking. I can't do this. Rael looked at him, eyes unreadable. Why? He asked. Ayan's jaw clenched. Because he's not out of my heart yet. Rael looked away for a second, then nodded. No smirk. No flirtation. Just silence. Then, softly, I'm not asking to replace him. Ayan looked up. I just want a chance to show you that maybe, Rael said, voice low, there's something better waiting for you if you stop chasing ghosts. And with that, he turned and walked away, not chasing this time. But not giving up either. Chapter 6, The Annoying Billionaire. Ayan didn't even remember how he ended up walking back to his old apartment. It was near his college, a quiet place he used to crash whenever he needed space, the place where disappointment felt a little less heavy. This apartment wasn't home, but it had become his temporary escape. He'd been staying here for the past week, hiding from everything. And everyone. Including Rayan. The phone buzzed again, the ringtone slicing through the silence like a knife. He glanced at the screen. Rayan. His thumb hovered. For a moment, he considered ignoring it, but guilt, persistent and familiar, nudged him into answering. He tapped the green icon. What's up, brother? His tone was a little too casual, trying too hard. Rayan's voice was clipped. What do you mean, what's up? You've been gone a week. What are you doing? Ayan sat up, pressing the phone closer to his ear. Just, college stuff. Exams are coming. Father noticed. He asked about you at dinner. Ayan's throat tightened. Come home after class, Rayan added, voice softening. Just for dinner. Please. A pause. Then Ayan murmured, okay. I'll come. After the call ended, he stared at the ceiling. Seeing Rayan again would tear something inside him. But he had no choice. The penthouse sparkled when he walked in, marble floors, golden lights, the soft glow of chandeliers. Everything looked expensive and untouchable. But it was the smell that hit hardest, jasmine rice and roasted garlic. Home. He made his way to the dining room, and stopped in his tracks. There they were. Rayan, dressed in his usual soft gray shirt, sleeves casually rolled up. Calm, refined, heartbreakingly perfect. And sitting beside him. Sing. His assistant. Rayan's assistant. Sharp features, always serious, always watching Ayan like he was a ticking bomb. The man who never smiled at him. Who always stayed close to Rayan, like a shadow. Too close. Across the table sat Mr. Khurana, their father. Stern, dignified, his presence enough to silence a room. All three looked up when Ayan appeared in the doorway. His chest tightened as he took in the picture. Of course Singh was here. He was always there. sitting beside Rael like he belonged. Like they were. Ayan swallowed hard. Do you love him that much? He thought bitterly. So much that he's part of every dinner, every conversation, every version of your life where I don't exist. Mr. Khurana broke the silence. Come. Have dinner. Ayan hesitated, then nodded and took a seat opposite Rael. Silence lingered, only broken by the clinking of cutlery and the quiet news playing in the background. You've been gone a week, their father finally said. What were you doing? Ayan didn't meet his eyes. College. Exams. A scoff came from Singh's direction. Ayan ignored it. Then he looked up, Rael's eyes were already on him. Soft. Concerned. The way he used to look